Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Here for another Swiss cube draft. This one, holiday vintage cube, and looks like we're starting. Well, there's Library of Alexandria, which I think we're probably going to take, but other cards of interest would be Bitter Blossom, Snapcaster Mage, Sulfuric Vortex, and Lingering Souls. I think if it weren't for the library, I might take Vortex to go the mono red route, but I think this is just too good, so we're going to take it. I'm a big black fan of the Recurring Nightmare deck, which seems to not get a whole lot of respect. At least I see Recurring Nightmare like last pick, which is like crazy. I'm a big fan of Ophiomancer in that deck. I think it's very good. There's also Dismember, I think, and as another quote colorless choice. It's like Tukili is taking his time. Now, there's Mishra's Workshop, which is, I think, a great build-around card. Otherwise, very good green win condition here. Possibly the best sword here. And then otherwise, maybe like Days, I think. I'm a big fan of this sword. And it keeps us colorless. So I think if the workshop wheels, possibly we can consider taking it. But I just, as much as I do like it, let's go for the sword here. Some big choices here. There's the Consecrated Sphinx, which I think is really just overall amazing card. However, for like fun and mixing with the sword, there's the Stoneforge Mystic. And yeah, that might be fun to play the sort of white weenie deck. Otherwise, there's a Thragtusk here. It's just a good value card. I might be fun to do like a Stoneforge Mystic and then, like red-white something if it wheels. But yeah, let's take this. This isn't the most powerful deck to have the swords and stuff, but I think it's fun, and we play for fun, right? Wow, okay, great Storm card here, and Skull Clamp is just great with our Mystic. So, yeah, we'll go for that. I'm also a fan of Mana Gorger Hydra. It's a bit slow, but I think it's like a must-answer threat, so I like that. I'm not a big fan of Hedron Archive, although some online drafters that I like to watch said that they like it, so maybe I should give it a shot. But yeah, let's go for Skull Clamp. All artifacts in white, see how this goes. Here there's some choices. I think Dark Confident can be a great kind of aggro card. Otherwise, though, there's Tundra, and this is a bit, blue can be good, bounce can be good with as a pairing with the white stuff, especially something like Geist of Saint Traft. May not be around, but I'm a fan of. There's also Mana Tithe, which I think is a strong card. I like these kind of things, but I'm going to take the Tundra. And blue is one of the better cards to splash if possible in this kind of thing. So here, there's Supreme Verdict. There's Silverblade Paladin and Council's Judgment. This is a great card, Council's Judgment. I mean, it's just 3 mana to exile. It's like a Vindicate, basically. This guy's good too, but yeah, I'm a fan of Judgment. It's more control-y, but so let's see. I love this Planeswalker, but I don't think we're playing him. There's Temple and there's Cloudskate. I think maybe just take Cloudskate here, right? Bounce is kind of exactly the thing we want. Temple's okay. Here, red and green is. So I think the card we're most likely to play here is maybe Mana Confluence. Maybe mana doesn't matter as much. Or just for, you know, the life doesn't matter as much for us. Okay, so Vortex did wheel. However, Lingering Souls and Repeal are both here, and I think they're much more higher power level. I think the Lingering Souls, you know, the fact that we have the Mana Confluence here, even though I like Repeal, is somewhere I want to go here. So here, just a 2-1 for 1. Are we really going in this direction? Yeah, possibly. Okay. Oh, Plateau can make a neat splash, but otherwise there's Chrome Mox for just the speed here. I do like Plateau for splashing things like a Johnny, but yeah, I think let's go for the speed of the Mox here. Also, Souls and Skull Clamp's a nice combo. Oh, Rainbow Arc is a strong. There's also, yeah, you can bring back like your Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. We're not playing any of these, so we'll just take a land. Probably most likely to play this. And okay, so Grove, sure. So what was the card that we were hoping would come back? All right. Well, there's Mox Emerald, which I think will take, you know, even just as acceleration, because it matters even if it's not a color play. Oh, but there's also Mana Vault. Ooh. Mana Vault. I think we're taking Mana Vault here. Especially this kind of deck, able to accelerate something big out. Yeah. Definitely that over the Mox, I think. It's probably like sort of a one-shot deal, and then, you know, we're taking damage, but damage doesn't matter as much for us. Maybe we can wheel the Ranger or the Gideon or the Sun Titan or the Ajani. So hopefully one of those will. Two of my favorite mana cards, Lotus and Relic. I like Relic better because cheaper. Otherwise, there's Flicker Wisp and O-Ring. Oh yeah, it was the what didn't wheel was the Mishra's Workshop. So yeah, I think I'll just take the Relic. Ooh, Bribery. Bribery is very strong. Combo with Lingering Souls and Soulfire Grandmaster. Yeah, I think Bribery is just very good. And otherwise, maybe Figure, I think. But Bribery good. Well, there's Ancestral Vision. And otherwise, there's War Priest of Thune, maybe? Iona? Yeah, I think we'll take the Vision. Flooded Strand. Amazing. What we want here. Path to Exile is super strong, and so is Muldrifter. Between all of these, I think the one we're guaranteed to play is Flooded Strand, and maybe we can be lucky and wheel one of these. All these are good, right? The Waste is good for the Storm player. Tomb is super strong. Kozilek, Elves. Yeah, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So probably end up with a Manic Vandal or something, but it's not impossible. We'll end up with maybe like Exalted Angel. Monastery Mentor here could be pretty good with these. Yeah, it makes the tokens for the Skull Clamp, and we've got non-creature spells. There's also Sorin. It is Sorin. And Parallax Wave are good. But I like the Mentor here. Wow, Tinker. Wow. Tinker and Ravages of War. Tinker is such a strong card. Do we just take it? I don't know if we're really a Tinker deck, but Battle Ball or something. Oh my god. Do we just like splash Tinker? Yeah. I'm taking Tinker. I can't pass Tinker. So Thalia here and Absent. I really like Absent. It's another one of those white catch-all things. I like Thalia too, but this is super good. Okay. Oh, here there's a Johnny. I'm a fan of Ajani, but there's also Sun Titan, which is a pretty good high-end top-out card. And finally, there's Greaves. And I do like Ajani here, but he might be hard to... I think we're taking Sun Titan. Yeah. Okay. Flicker Wisp. Can use that on our Mystic. Ooh, Scrubland and Figure of Destiny. I think I'm taking the Scrubland to activate the souls. Taiga, Disenchant, Iona. I don't know if we're really possible to play this. So I think we'll take Disenchant to sideboard. Okay, the Exalted Angel came back. That's fine as a 3-drop. And yeah, Sorin is a welcome late addition here. I think we can play it with a Scrubland. And Boros Charm might actually be playable too. Yeah, this guy's definitely going in. I think we have the Flooded Strand, the Scrubland, and the Confluence can all do black. So we have 3 black sources. Elspeth, I think, is great here. There's Chapel, Porcelain Legionnaire. I think the next best for us is Porcelain Legionnaire, but Elspeth is a powerhouse, so we'll take that. Interesting. Okay. There's Upheaval, I think, is just purely the best card. And then there's also Hollowed Fountain, which is great for our splashing here. And I suppose there's also Banisher Priest. And I can see sort of like attack lots of stuff in Upheaval. God, Upheaval's just so good. I'm kind of scared of playing against an Upheaval as well. But it's actually good, even though we're not like super broken for it. It's pretty good that we're a fast deck. So yeah, I'm gonna take it. Probably the Hollowed Fountain is the correct pick, but oh wow! And here is a Blightsteel for our Tinker. Okay, white, blue, weenie splashing Blightsteel, Tinker. Otherwise, there's Counterspell. Let's take Blightsteel and go into this. Tinker Splash. I like it. So I think Mardu War Reaper is a bit underwhelming here. Wow, Crucible, Strip Mine combo right there. There's Mana War maybe. And otherwise, like I think a Mary Angel, is good with a Skull Clamp and stuff. Strip Mine is good, messes them up. Take Crucible here with our... I think... Okay, I'm going to take the Angel. Okay, there's a Johnny, but I think Swords is absolutely what we're taking. It's just premium removal. Ooh, okay, a bit of a choice here. So there's an Inkwell for our Tinker combo, or a Spectral Possession. Yeah, maybe we'll take the Inkwell and then we can wheel the Spectral. I think the Spectral is probably the more straight up correct pick. But I like Tinker. Ooh, and a Sphinx of the Steel Wind, which is actually playable for us. Yeah. Otherwise, there's Marsh Flats, but I like it. Now I have our Tinker package set up. Maybe a few lower end artifacts. Or there's just Balance, which I'm just going to play because it's such a good card. Now here, there's Pentad Prism, maybe. I think is what we want because of Tinker specifically. Otherwise, there's these Jaces and stuff. But yeah, I think we're taking this. We need a cheap artifact to tinker out. And speaking of cheap artifacts, this is an artifact. So I'll take it. And here, sure, a Spirit of the Lab. It's an interesting interesting deck. I don't know if this is a successful archetype, but I really like Tinker. I think it's one of the most fun things to do. So I don't know about this Upheaval. You got such powerful blue cards: Upheaval, Bribery, and Tinker. I love it. Yeah, I don't know if this is a workable archetype, but I mean, I could definitely see taking all the multicolor out and just going straight white. That's kind of boring, Here, well, Looter. Looter is not the worst with a Tinker type deck, right? Usually you find Batterskull in this deck, but maybe the guy who's playing all artifacts has it. Don't want to play against Eureka. Maybe I do. I have some reasonable cards. But yeah, let's hit it. Oh, and Spectral Possession came back. Great. Lingering Souls and Spectral. Okay. Okay, so here Mox counts as a land, or does it count as a spell? it counts as a land, right? Because it exiles a spell? Okay. So let's look at different configs here. So one config is we have Tinker and other. We go kind of two directions. One is the sort of skull clamp tokens thing, and the other is Tinker. So let's take out things that don't necessarily match that archetype. So I take out Angel, take out Titan maybe, take out Revelark, Riftwing. Myriad does work with that. Like, that works, that works. This out, maybe. Maybe this out. So we're getting there. So if we call the Mox a land, so here's 3 Tinker targets that are actually hypothetically somewhat castable. Maybe the Inkwell is hypothetically castable without Tinker. Do we want all 3 targets? Seems like it. Or we like reduce down to 2 targets and, you know, we side in. This is like a side in Tinker target. Thing is, this is 8 and this is 9. So these are hypothetically playable. The Colossus isn't really. And we have balance here. Balance, not maybe not the best in this kind of deck. It's not sort of a broken balance deck, but it's just such a strong, you know, we're not emptying our hand very quickly here, but if we have like, if we get Wrathed or something, you know, it's just such a versatile card. Actually, yeah, we have Mana Vault and Relic. So 3, 5. So yeah, these are not impossible to play. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, you know, we kind of got to pick what we do. So one option is, let's say we take out Tinker here. We take out Tinker. So we take out these 3 cards. And then we could bring in, say, like Looter, Cloud Skate, you know, Titan. We can definitely do that. In fact, maybe we take out, you know. But it's fun. I want to play these. So, oh, that's just 3. So that's 23. So I guess the cards we want to also play would be Sun Titan, Looter. Those kind of go with the, this helps find Tinker, and this, I guess, brings back Tinker targets. Maybe that's not as important, versus something like an Elspeth, you know. I do see the value of a card like this, you know. You can also put a sword on it, which is nice. So, okay, let's say I keep him in. Mentor seems good here. Maybe Flicker Whisk we take out. What are we flickering? We're flickering a permanent, right? So we can flick a low Planeswalker. We can flicker a Mystic. Okay, I can see what Flicker Whisk not being as good as Looter. Maybe Ameria is the other sort of most meh card. Ameria versus... one of these. Yeah, this is kind of meh. But I like having lower cost stuff, this should be 3. Could play... Yeah, I think we have a fairly versatile deck that can be side. Let's look at mana here. So, yeah, definitely playing that. Scrubland. I'm not playing the green. Okay, so we have a Tundra and a Scrubland. The Flooded Strand finds both of them. Mana Confluence, so sure, that seems like a pretty strong thing. So for Tinker, we'll bring in Steel against, the appropriate colors, but I wouldn't normally, I'd like bring him in against mono red, but against unknown decks, I think Inkwell or Blightsteel is the way to go. Okay, let's add lands. So they want 7 and 1 swamp here. I don't feel like the 1 swamp is necessary. We have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 black sources. Maybe 1 swamp is alright. Plains. The chance of the turn 3 spectral is a bit lower here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many black sources do we really need, right? For just a Sorin and a flashback on Souls. 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources and 5. 6 with a relic. Relic does a lot. I think we can take a swamp out on relic here and replace it with an island. Plains we want a couple on for... Okay, I like this. Alright, let's submit and see how we do. Okay, well, Ancestral and Mystic, I'll keep that. So we will keep. Uh-oh. Turn 1 Bitter Blossom. Might be scary. Turn 1 Delver. Okay. So, start with that. And now we're playing Plains into Judgment, which we may need to hit. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a bit scary. May have to Judgment that. This guy might have a Geist of St. Traft, which would be great for us. We'll always yield to this. So now Mystic, and our choices are Skull Clamp Or we can also play Looter, but no, I think we need the Mystic here. And Skull Clamp is not what we want. I think we want the sword here. Oh, we're not going to be. So, search for a basic land and put it in. Okay, we will use it. For a plains, right? Do we need a second island? We have for bribery, so yeah, just plains in case we draw. Oh, you know what? I should have taken a swamp. I should have taken a swamp. No, we took the swamp out, I think. I'll have the swamp. So yes, we'll use it. Okay, Skull Clamp or sword. Yeah, I think it's the sword that we need here. So yeah, this may be a problem. We need to. We'll see what else he plays, but it's gonna be difficult to race this with the flying. Hopefully he plays like a blockable ground creature. Well, Looter does not really interact there with. So I guess we're judgmenting, and then next turn Looter and sword. Ooh, okay, Tinker. So he can also sword and tinker. Blightsteel sounds. That's kind of an all-in play, but not the worst like late game play either, right? You have him and it's like Inkwell. So if we want to go in on the tinker plan, we'd play sword, next turn tinker it for Blightsteel, but if he has removal, we're in trouble. The other option is we just judgment this thing, and then Looter and sword. Yeah, I like Looter and sword, and then kind of give him things. Question: he has to answer this. If he answers that, then we tinker. I prefer that. So let's do that. This is in case he has like a Force Spike or Mana Tithe. Seems like the kind of deck that would be playing Mana Tithe. When I first played against this card, I didn't realize you could see what the votes were, so it was like a 2-for-1 and like terrifying. So I think we played our land, so we'll be done. Yeah, I don't want to necessarily go in on Tinker, because if he has some sort of removal, I'm hosed. Oh, okay, that's good. Luckily, he doesn't have a threat on board, so... And let's see, we'll have to tap 4 things. Okay, so next turn we can play the Looter. I think we get this now? No, we don't. Does this come off suspend next turn? Okay. Oh, there's our Inkwell. So we'll play this. And yeah, next turn we'll play the Looter, or we could just play the sword. I think we'll play the Looter. So he's going to tap, remove a fading, tap that, so he'll have to tap 2 other things. And then he can play a land, so he can play a 3-drop. How far are we off from casting this Inkwell here? We're going to have 6 mana. So we'll be 3 lands away, so hard cast is a possibility. I can see him having the Armageddon as well. No, so he messed up here, right? He could have tapped his Tangle Wire and played a 3-drop, but now he can only play a 2-drop. Okay, let's see what we draw. Ooh, library. So I think we library Mana Vault. Maybe don't play the Mana Vault. Gosh, we could actually tinker out a Colossus with this Mana Vault, which is kind of nice. We play Plains, Mana Vault, and he could totally have a counter for us, right? So maybe that's a bit greedy. We could play just a Plains and like Monastery Mentor or something, and then now a bunch of these cards. Yeah, let's do that. I like Plains and Monastery Mentor. If he counters, he counters. Well, that be, but then we're at least at 7 cards. The other option is we play Plains, Mana Vault, Monastery Mentor. But Plains, Mana Vault. Then can we actually cast Inkwell? So 6 and then 7, 8, 9. Ooh. So I like that. I like we'll play Plains, Monastery Mentor. Next turn we can just hard cast like Leviathan. So we got big threats coming. All right, I can't actually cast the Leviathan because of the fading on the Tangle Wire, but that's okay. Next time I can play Sword and equip on Monastery. I can loot. Can just cast Library of Alexandria and draw. And even if now he has like a Wrath, then I still have like Library Vault to recover. Sorry, not a Wrath, a Geddon. Okay, nice. Well, glad I didn't tinker for the big guy there. So we just are fading how many things? 2. So sure. Ooh, Plains and Plains is fine. Oh, that was a mistake, right? Spectral? Oh well. Yeah, I should have tapped the blue, and then I would have been able to cast Spectral. But I think I wanted to play Swords anyway here. So I think we're interested in playing a Sword of Body and Mind, and then just equipping and hitting. That's just strong. So actually, let's cancel just in case he somehow has like 2 dazes. Yeah, no, he won't. Don't give him information here. So let's always yield to that. And always yield to that. Okay. So now let's play library, equip. And yeah, I think I could have, instead of like drawn a card, but here I think that equipping and hitting is actually better. And we're done. And yeah, we're pretty close to, so next time fading will be at 1, so we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we draw a land, we can just hardcast Inkwell. So it's maybe good if I think I'm winning this game to not show him Tinker, so it kind of comes out of nowhere. Okay, this time he tapped his own Tangle Wire. Maybe he has Upheaval. I could see him having Upheaval. Yeah, I could totally see him having Upheaval. No, because I have Upheaval. Ooh, Baneslayer. Okay. So I think taps it. Let's tap the monk here. Okay. Ooh, and Blightsteel. So do we just swords this, or do we have better things to do? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one option is we just play Inkwell. And if this is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can't cast Blightsteel. And now Tinker is actually worthless. So I think maybe if we cast Vault, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have to play Vault in order to play Leviathan, right? Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'd either do that or just we just do that. Or we have a Spectral Possession. I like keeping swords up. Baneslayer is kind of a threat, right? So I could Spectral, play Mana Vault. Well, first let's draw. I think that's what I want to do. Ooh, Skull Clamp Spectral. I like it. I like a lot. So let's just start playing these cards then. So actually, let's play this with blue. Okay. And now maybe we play Spectral. So I shouldn't have tapped my dude, I think. Because, yeah, then this could be... Alright, well, I'll just attack with this, and then... well, maybe not show him Skull Clamp. And that we can also use Library next turn. Okay. Johnny, Jace, Paladin, Manowar. Okay. Okay, let's see what he's got. So if there's anything too heinous, we swords it. High Tide. Uh-oh. What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here? It's like an Eldrazi. 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. It's funny, I think we're both playing pretty similar decks. Blue-white aggro. He's got Path, so if he paths my Blightsteel, it's problematic, but that might be his own. The only removal we've seen. Ooh, Sphinx's Revelation. Sure. I feel like he's got a Mana Leak here or something. So yeah, if I like swords his dude next turn, this is like tons of damage, right? This is like 6 plus 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so that's lethal. Might be worth just swordsing his guy if he attacks. But nah, I don't think he's going to attack though. No, we can at least just still play Tinker as a prowess. Okay. I wonder if to save time it should just be F6ing, because he'll have to go through his attack step anyway, but I guess if he doesn't do his attack step, then it just doesn't give me the chance, right? Phantasmal Image, sure. So what's he going to copy here? Baneslayer? Baneslayer. And that's the illusion. Let's see if he attacks here. So maybe we chump here, then we exile the Baneslayer on his turn. That's still good, yeah. And then is that lethal? Let's count. So we don't get to attack with a spirit, but we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 14. We're not hitting 21 with that. But I don't want to get hit either, and I have skull clamps, so yeah, let's jump. Okay. No instance, string upkeep. Nope. Okay, so how much damage can we do here? Let's sword this. Oh shit, I should have played the land. I could have libraried. Oh, so terrible. Okay. That's really bad. Okay. So not punished too hard for my mistake, but a mistake it was. Okay, so red-white aggro. Anything I want to change? Bribery may not be that excellent against him, since I think the best thing we saw was like a Baneslayer. So maybe like a Sun Titan is better for us. I didn't see anything like super broken, right? I feel like we're better in the long game, so maybe... Well, maybe Sphinx is good just for the... Yeah, maybe we play Sphinx instead of like Sun Titan. The lifelink is relevant. Anybody see anything? Any scary enchantments? Not particularly. Otherwise, I could just see like Exalted Angel to kind of stall the ground. Yeah, Exalted's pretty strong there, isn't it? Maybe take that over, say, Tide Hollow. I liked Absence. Maybe over Emeria Angel. But Emeria Angel is like more blockers. And I think we need like, yeah, the lifelink and the blockers are good, right? Let's take this guy out. He might not, you know. Plus he's hard to cast with the black. Okay. Skull Clamp, Balance, Sphinx, sure. Worst case, if I'm getting overrun, I've got Balance. Always good to see. So we got two fatties here, so maybe some would call this a double mulligan, and you wouldn't be wrong. Till he plays out a bunch of creatures here, and we just balance them all away. I think we're playing just turn 3 Relic here and dealing with that. I don't have much else, right? I think I'm going to balance here. I mean, it is just a removal 1-for-1, but I think we can do better. Especially if we have like Relic, you know. Okay. Now balance is starting to look maybe worth it. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I don't know if we can take 10 more points of damage after that. So balancing we are. So Relic needs to wait. So if I play Plains here and balance, it is unfortunate, but I think we just have to do it, right? And then I get rid of like Inkwell or something. So choose, what do I want to get rid of? I want to keep this and this and this, so I'm getting rid of either Inkwell at 9 or Sphinx at 8. Let's get rid of the inkwell, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're done. That's unfortunately we got rid of that because it helped with the maze. Oops. Yeah. Okay, well, had I known about the maze, so let's just relic now. And we can be done. So end step, we want a charge counter to 6 mana, 7. Okay. So maybe we judgment this sword here. Could be a problem. So end step, put a charge counter. Okay. Always yield to that. So let's add ourselves so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? We cannot hit that, but 7. Or do we have 7? We have next turn. So fine, we'll just add a blue. Let's add this. And I think we need to judgment the sword here. And then we always have the Sphinx to block if we need to. Okay, vote for that. And make sure we've played our planes, and then we're done. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can cast the Sphinx next turn. Okay, that's kind of is going to be a problem. Luckily, I think our Sphinx can hold it off. Maybe not, huh? Yeah, we might be in trouble here. Okay, so put a charge counter. Okay, the souls will be useful. Let's add a black. So, do we lingering? One option is we lingering, and then Sphinx. Problem is, if he has an answer, if he has like a daze, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does he have a daze? Very well could. And then I'm in trouble, but if I souls and clamp, I'm like really refreshing. So let's just souls and clamp. Okay, let's tap this for a black. Okay, And yeah, let's clamp. And clamp again. Okay. I think that's good for now. Chrome box not super useful here. Neither the pentad is not amazing either. Maybe you shouldn't have clamped. Maybe you should have just like attacked. That may have been. Maybe, yeah, maybe I should have just left these guys out and then attacked and then, but I did kind of want to draw cards quickly in case he had something to deal with, but target creature, okay. Not attacking, okay, surprised. All right, so I think we'll play the Strand here and look for the scrubland. Okay. Doesn't have any flyers, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So black, blue. Hopefully it doesn't have a daze. Okay, great. Let's attack Gideon, sure. Okay, prevented some damage. Path to exile. Sure. Okay, so he did exile my dude. Now I'm wishing I had the Inkwell. So we're going to chump here. Okay, ooh, Maria Angel, that's quite useful. Okay, then we can play planes. Yes. And let's put this. I think we want to keep the bird to chump, so we'll put the like that, and I think we'll be done. Man of War, okay. It's getting dangerous. What else? Oh, Man award his own Banisher Priest to exile my Mary Angel. Very nice. I like it. Okay, I'm in trouble now. So I'm pretty much forced to block Gideon here. And I'm going to need a miracle. Soren. And Soren, I think, is not going to cut it, right? Because I can't stop the lethal. Can I? 3. I mean, I suppose it's a turn. Let's just not show him. I think I'm dead here. All right. So I think the Sphinx maybe not so great. He has a lot of ways to interact with my creatures. So you know, it's stuff like Banisher maybe actually the Tinker thing goes away, right? Because he has Banisher he has a lot of actual creature kind of dealing with, like Banisher Priest, Maze of Ith, Path. That works on these guys. Doesn't work on Leviathan. But I feel sort of them is better to have like other creatures that do things. Like, so definitely I like Sun Titan. I don't know if Tinker is worth it anymore. You know? Yeah, we can Tinker for Inkwell, but maybe just play Inkwell. Maybe I do like Bribery after all. Yeah. Kind of like Riftwing as well, you know, just to slow things down. Let's target permanent, so it deals with yeah, I like that. Okay, let's try that. Yes, we want to play first. Okay, Relic, we keep this. So we're going to start with planes, you know, in case we have the Spectral, but I don't think that's going to matter. So stack on that. So next we loot, then we relic, we some more. Okay. I do like loot over Cloudskate here. 3, so this is 5. So if we draw another land, we've got Elspeth on, which would be super nice. And otherwise we can Cloudskate. Okay, don't know why he did that. Now we'll play Mentor to trigger the relic. liking the way this game is going. We will discard. We discard the Cloudscape. Yeah, we'll discard the Cloudscape. I mean, I'm certainly not discarding this. I'm not discarding this. So the question is, whether do I just discard the land? But I want to be able to hit my Elspeth. So yeah. Geist is what scares me here. But even if we play Relic, now we have monks that we can start clamping. And we can also Relic, equip, mentor, attack. Exiles my guy, sure. So scrub, island, so we're good on everything. So I think we can just take up planes here. Why is he not attacking with his hound? I don't understand. 5. So let's keep the scrubland just in case. We'll play a relic. Okay, and next turn we're Elspething. So we're definitely keeping Elspeth. We're probably keeping scrubland, but let's see. Ooh, Sun Titan. So I think we discard scrubland now because we can use this to take lands back. Okay. 2 very nicely strong cards. Flying in double strike. So that's going to be a bit of a problem on my Elspeth, right? Because he can just hit it. So if we play this, basically I make dudes, but then it dies. Because he'll just jump my thing. Maybe I Mystic to search for a sword, but I can't play and equip the sword. So I kind of want to just say I play Sun Titan here and attack. Yeah. Bring back the scrubland onto the battlefield. Okay, and then I can at least equip the guy. And then I can attack a Johnny. We're okay. Okay, so it's a race here. 4/4. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's Mystic for 2, 5, and then we can play and equip the sword, which seems very important. Kind of like that. And if he deals with it, we Sun Titan again. So yes, we use. Get the sword. So okay, equip, attack, hit a Johnny. Just to a player, huh? But yeah, I think we need to we can't let this guy like do the jump ability. It's too scary. Okay, so I can make his dude big one more time, but then I can block with Mystic. I can chump with Mystic to bring back with Titan. Or even just chump with Mystic and then play Elspeth. So then we're back in good shape, I think. Yeah. He's also running low on time. Metamorph, okay. On who? My Mystic? On my sword. Ooh, okay. Now he's going to equip, but luckily I can still chump. And actually, nice combo with the Sun Titan, right? So we'll block this. All right. So let's Elspeth play some dudes and attack, I think, because he won't have protection from white. 2, 3. Okay, let's make guys. Okay, all right. GG. What does this mean? These guys drop? Use Fat Saddler and Caladon? Yeah, they did. Caladon, like, I wonder if that's like Black Adam, but with Kal-El. Did not expect two similar decks, red, white, blue, to be the slowest, but that was the matchup. But I think this was an adage of, the slightly slower deck wins. And we had very similar decks, and mine was just a little bit slower than his, so That meant that I could afford to take the initial hits, and then I would eventually play more powerful cards. And I think that's kind of what ended up happening. Okay, yes, we'd like to play first. Stack automatically. Sure, Vision, Mentor. We'll keep this. And then we'll crack this for a blue land. Tundra. Even though we have Sorin later, I think we want to hit our immediate play. Uh-oh. That's scary. That feels like Reanimator. So hopefully Council's Judgment if something bad happens. Otherwise, drawing a land would be great. A black land to be specific. Okay. There's a looter, so I guess we'll play that. Okay. Might as well attack. Let's always yield to that. Hopefully our looter will help find us a black land. Or a Pentad Prism or something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No blockers. Okay. Test. And let's see. So always yield. Okay. Well, there's bribery, but we don't have the stuff to play it. He's just going to chump the Mentor anyway. So do we just play Lingering Souls, though, just to kind of do something? And then next turn... Yeah, I think we Souls, right? Oh, I shouldn't have played the Plains because I could have had a black card. That was bad. Yep, that was straight up bad. Okay, well, let's see if I'm punished. Okay, so I can discard here. Kind of want to keep Scholar. Mana Vault's actually not that great at this point. Yeah, Mana Vault does not seem that amazing. Okay, well, should have played. So let's play this. And I think next turn we'll do we'll play the Skull Clamp. Well, do we play it this turn just to make a guy, and then next turn we Skull Clamp? Yeah, let's play the Skull Clamp. So always yield. Let's equip on one of these guys here and draw some cards. Okay, now if you play something horrible, we can at least unexpectedly judgment it or absent it. So I guess, ooh, Atarka. So definitely I think I should have attacked. I should have done, well, let's see how he deals with this. Okay, gets my guys with prowess. Okay, so here we could play Elspeth and minus her, but then she would die. So instead, I'm much more liking judgmenting the Atarka. Seems like something that's good to judgment. Always yield to that. Okay, no more instance. So look for that. And now, with 3 mana, can't play any of these, but we could equip at least one of the monks. So, okay. And now, well, I can't unequip it, right? So I'll just get it at the end of my turn. All right, and we got a swords. Can't complain about that. Do F3 Woodfall Primus. That seems like something good to swords. Sure. So let's kill it. Oh, should have done it on my turn for the prowess. Yep, bad move, Julian. Okay, and now I think, though, we can Elspeth. Or let's Bribery. Bribery seems better to me than Elspeth here. Let's yield to that. Okay, and to not let me see what he had. Okay, great. So he's got a sort of ramp green-black deck. Is this good? Well, it's pro-green. It's protection from Primus and Terastodon and stuff like that. Maybe him over Leviathan? Seems reasonable. Sunny Titan. Otherwise, as we were, seemed fine. Definitely like the creature removal here. Balance seems good. Tinker seems good. Okay, let's go for this and submit. Okay, relic. Definitely keep this. Great hand. Got our Mystic. Got Balance, worst case. So we're looking at Mystic, Relic, and then we have various kinds of removal. Ooh, and we even have a Tinker. So yes. So one option is we could get Skull Clamp and then just Tinker it next turn. Or, since we can't do that, we just play get Sword. Yeah, let's do Sword and then make him kind of deal with... yeah, I like Sword here. Doesn't have to be an insta-Tinker, you know. It can be a later Tinker. Garuk. Okay. Alright. So one up, do we just Judgment the Tinker? Kind of like that. Yeah, let's just Judgment the Tinker. So here now we can play. Suppose do we just play Relic 1, 2, 3, and do we Tinker it away, or do we just play Sword and then Tinker it away? Maybe we just play Sword. Then we can Tinker it away next turn. Yeah. We also just play like. Balance might be pretty strong. All right, let's Tinker. Okay, let's see if we can deal with that. All right. Match 1. Welcome back for the finals. Tequila. Yep, we'd like to play first. So this is turn 2 Prism. Turn 3 Sorin. Yeah, I suppose we'll keep it. It's not the best hand, but it's a threat. We have all of our mana. And then anything else we draw is castable. And in case we get like a Tinker or something, we have the possibility of something grows. This guy appears to be AFK, so I'll just pause until he comes back. All right, he's back. So we'll start out with the planes to give less information. And next turn will be scrub landing into a prism. Don't love playing against the mono blue deck with counter spells. Fun police. Alright, play the scrub land. Didn't particularly want to draw planes there. Like to draw something else. Okay, probably running into a mana leak here, but we'll lead off with a Sorin, and then if that gets countered, we'll have room for a Tinker afterwards. And we can still resist a daze here. Okay. Put a guy in the battlefield. Okay, he's impulsing. So against this guy, I'm thinking a Leviathan on their prism. Okay, and I'd like him to tap out here to answer Sorin. And then that paves the way for a Tinker. Okay, seems like Reanimator. Yep. Okay. All right, Angel Serenity here. What is going on here? Okay. Okay. How did he animate that? Did he do it as a creature? No, okay. Wait, was it my turn? Did I just skip my own turn here? I did, didn't I? Ugh, so bad. I really hate that. That's very unfortunate. It's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. Probably a game loss, but okay, how can we recover? Well, we can Tinker, and then if he deals with it, we balance. So on the Shroud there. And we're done. Alright, let's see if we can survive that quite brutal hit. That's frustrating. I think we're definitely on the back foot here. that last turn. Okay, nothing we can do there. Nine twist, ouch. Okay. Okay. So I think, do we attack him or do we attack Dak? I think we have to attack him. I think that's our out here. And then we do play the looter. Well, do we? Let's count. So 4 more hits. Anything less makes it. So yeah, I think we don't play the looter because we don't want to take the life from that flooded strand. We're just all in on the this plan here. Very upsetting. He'd be at 6, possibly have other stuff, but okay. All right, he's drawn like crazy. Go in for some sort of animate effect. Okay, so you have, right, he's ruthlessly looting. Like a gristle brand or something will end me. And at this point, that other thing was counts as a game loss because, yep, this would have been the final blow. So we're still going to stay all in on this plan. If he deals with this, we're pretty dead. He'll have his emblem. All right. I won a game I deserve to lose there. Well, bribery will be fantastic against him. Blightsteel maybe not so good against Dak Faden. Sphinx might be good though. But yeah, he does have that angel. At least that's protection from Dak, right? Although, you know, that Dak is just one answer. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to cut. I think this will be great. Do we want to go more on the weenie-ish route? The swords will be amazing. Balance, great. green and blue. This might help him. Doing too much milling. Not sure. Maybe I want to get rid of that. Kind of see that not being as good, which then makes you wonder if Stone 4 Mystic is still playable. The other question is, do we just play Upheaval? You know, there's a lot to be said for Upheaval. And also Cloudscape, I think. Maybe we can lose... Maybe something like the Angel is a bit slow. And maybe we can take out a Plains and add in a blue land. So... Alright, let's try this. Okay, Mana Vault and Bribery. Could do a lot worse than that. So that's a 2 Bribery if we get another island. Otherwise it's a turn 3. So let's play this and the Vault. We are possibly dying to some terrible Entomb thing, but a blue land here would be outstanding. Actually, we still can Bribery. The question is, are we just running into a counterspell? So our other option is we Mystic. Can play the Prism here, cash that in for 2 blue, and then Bribery. Let's do it. I think that's... Can't live in fear. So let's be clear, that's 3. And then we can get a blue to blue. Don't counter me, bro. Well, okay, so here comes the counter. Entomb, okay, so he's entombing to save something. Gristlebrand, I'm guessing. But if it's Gristlebrand... It's Gristlebrand, I get the... Okay, Primeval Titan. So let's see. He does have Mana Leak. He's got Necromancy. Let's take a screenshot here. Let's do it now. Screenshot that. Okay. So there's the Angel, so we could exile the Primetime, I suppose. Otherwise we just do this. Maybe Battlesphere is what we take. Kind of think it's Battlesphere. Right? and then we like swords him or whatever. Yeah. And then we can Mystic for the small Skull Clamp as well, which has us energy. So he may have other fatties in his hand. It's certainly possible. If we get a black, we'll be tide hollowing him. We discard a Grave Titan. Okay. So no, we'll not pay. Great, we've got 2 answers for bad things, so it's excellent. So we'll now play our Mystic here. Or do we just keep Absent up in case he has something? Kind of like doing Mystic and then getting a Skull Clamp. Yeah, let's do that. So yes, that. And then do we just play it? Yeah. Okay. Let me tap. Okay, so yes. All right. Does this win it? All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. That was a fun deck. White Weenie Splashing Tinker. Wouldn't have thought that that would really be effective enough, but it worked out pretty well. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.